spinner on yours. That was a nice fish.
Oh, back rod, back rod. Let's go.
Nice coho right there, guys.
Mine just a little bit bigger.
Yeah, should be a good one.
Hey, get that rod out of the way. Right there.
Let's go.
Oh, dude.
This.
I'm at 100 feet deep. Oh, there we go. Good morning, guys. Pro here at VIP Outdoors, and today we are on the Columbia River, but we're going to be heading out of the Columbia River onto the ocean there, provided this wind stays down on us, and we're going to be chasing some Chinook and Coho out there, so stay tuned. Should be a lot of fun. I don't know, dude.
We've been out there catch and release a little bit.
There you go. There you go.
We're the fish fighting out here other than the ocean.
You're heading to the ocean?
No.
Oh.
Are you?
Go get him, bud. Look out. Rex is camoed out today. Why are you limping? Are you limping, or is that just your gangster walk?
Gangster walk.
All right, brother. Good to see you, dude.
Yeah, you too.
You too.
What's up,
What's up, bro?
Good to
Tyler.
see you guys. Good to see you. Hop
Yeah,
on
you
in.
too.
Hop on in. Good deal. What's up, brother? How we doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. You ready to go get him?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, good.
Thanks for the package, brother.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. How we doing? Right on, guys. All right, everyone got their Type 2s on? Right on. Good deal. Got those. I got Type 1s in between the edge of the boat and your seats there.
Okay.
Okay. We are going to head out over the bar and do a little bit of Coho and Chinook fishing out there, okay?
Cool.
Hey, 45, 35, 45. I mean, he could barely bit the back of it too. That tells me that thing's working.
Gravel holder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You caught it, you killed it.
Yeah.
You hold it.
Yeah. Got all the way to the
I saw
boat.
you just fucking pull it off. I didn't think anything was on
There's
there.
a little 10-incher. It's taking out my hook, dude. Get off there.
Keeper. Anyway, king spinner. That's a nice coho right there. Sweet.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, that's some coho fishing.
That shit's tiring.
Yeah, it is. That's a good fish. There you go. Keep on reeling, Rex. Yep. Keep on reeling, buddy. Point it that way for me. Keep on reeling. Keep on reeling. Lift up.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I got very exciting very quickly.
Yeah, we got a lot.
My shit going on there. Sweet. All right, guys. Nicely done. Just buzzing along, huh, Rex?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Rex, you're good. Yeah, that's what we need right there. Okay, we gotta get you dialed in here, home slide.
Yes, sir.
We're going with an 8K spinner on yours. That was a nice fish on that 8K spinner. I'd like some more of those.
I got one too.
Hey, Rex. Come on back here, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, massive.
Man, that was a big bright Chinook. That's alright. We're gonna get you another one, right? Let me get turned here, guys. Triple full. Lift up, Rex. Away from the boat, buddy. Away from the point, away from the boat.
There we go.
Native, gotta go back. Run a natives there. Run a native. Holy cow. That's okay, guys. We'll just keep hammering them until. Throw another 8K on here, man.
That's the little water.
Still there?
Yep.
Go back in, bud. You gotta be kidding me, man. Freaking native.
Yeah, yeah.
The way, Rex?
There you go.
Come on back here, come on back.
Why do you make me think I got one? There you go. Boy. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Oh, sand dab, man. Look at that guy. I'm like sand dabs on the surface trying to chase bait.
Want to reel this one?
Lift up. Reel, reel down, reel down. Let's go. Ah, native, gotta go back.
Thanks for the fight, buddy.
That was a good fight. You put up a tussle for sure.
Let's go. Enjoy the ride, brother.
AK spinner and Mexican hat, man. Pretty easy, pretty simple.
Yeah. Always real tiny.
Real tiny?
Yeah.
How long ago?
Oh, back rod, back rod.
What's up?
That sounds fun, bro. Let's go.
Way to catch that one, bro. I thought I'm not.
Alright, dude, I was like, I'll make a step for it. The idiot swam the wrong way. Had he went that way, he'd still be living, man. They're nice coho right there, guys. They're pretty nice fish. Sweet.
Mine just a little bit bigger.
Just a little bit, he says.
Come on about that.
Got him. Got him, that's awesome.
Nice work. Yeah. Should be a good one. Let's see. Should be. Might be a shark.
We saw a shark yesterday, a couple of them.
What that seal in, bro?
Let's put back up. Hold on, let's drop it on your dad.
Fighting hard.
Can I reel this in?
You got one?
Yeah.
Reef on that thing, Justin.
Wow.
Is it a good one? Hatchery?
Okay.
It's a wide now. It's a nice one. Keep on going. Hey, get that rod out of the way. Yep. Right there. Let's go. That's a nook right there, baby. Got no coho.
Let's go. Told you, dude. Shark.
You did. You let me know. Oh, yeah. You took on him, Justin?
Oh, hell. That's enough.
Keep that lure in his mouth. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. I won't make any sales. That's fine. Attaboy.
No kid. Let's go.
Yeah, they're out. Hell yeah.
Which one's that on? Nice. Yeah, Rex, net it. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
He's not big, Rex. Don't even worry about it.
No?
He came off. You know, I was like, you know what? I saw a fish like way down there at 65 feet. I was like, I'm going to drop it down there.
Wow.
As soon as I drop that sucker, I might drop it again and see what happens. Oh, dude.
He's pissed.
That's how it's Jesus. Woo. That's a nice one, though.
It was literally like right here. He wasn't on until like right here.
Dude, they have biters like that. They're just like, oh.
No, there's definitely one on here.
Josh? Yeah.
Just like the tiniest fish ever.
Hold out.
That's a river. Alright, here we go. Nice and relax, guys. Lift up, I need you to relax. Lift up, I need you to relax. Not hold your part. Just nice and easy back. Good. Just like that. So when you're lifting up, you don't want mine to come out unless he's ripping hard, okay?
Yeah.
Ah, there's nothing moving.
Let's go.
There we go.
And it's a keeper.
Yeah.
And a coho.
It's a coho, yo. It's a nice coho, yo. Dude, these are catching serious, huh? Yes! Yes! This time, look at that thing, dude. That's a big coho.
Felt big, man.
Yeah, bigger than the last one you just rode in.
Yeah.
Like how you were like the Rex whisperer over there, bro. Like, calm down.
Chill. So that's it, yeah? 13?
Let's go.
Dude, that's a beautiful fish.
Give you a picture with that one, Rex.
Look at here. Hold this one too. Everybody knows.
Double fist him?
Everybody knows. Everyone's got to know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Right here. Oops, I dropped it in the water.
Not bad for a bass guy.
Not bad for bass guy, dude, at all.
Hey, say photo bomb me so I can be in there with you.
Jump in here, brother.
I'm getting in there, dude.
Hey guys, Pro here at VIP Outdoors, and it is Buoy 10 season. And we talk about Buoy 10 season, what that is where the Columbia River enters the Pacific Ocean there, out of Astoria, Oahu, Hammond, Warrenton, that entire area there. We talk about a bunch of big things there. Big water, lots of boats, lots of pressure, lots of fish. But it is just a very exciting place to fish because at that time we have a congregation of both Chinook and Coho coming into our fall season, which creates our fall run in that Columbia River, which that Columbia River holds large amounts of Coho and Chinook throughout this fall time period. Now, with August 1st being the opener of that section of river, what happens is a lot of boats are drawn out there, and which is a great thing. It brings fishermen, brings anglers together. But there's sometimes at the beginning of the season that maybe the river just isn't producing as well. The first couple of days always in Astoria in the river, the opener, always very well. The fish is very well because of the fish that have been laying in there unbothered. Once they get broken up for a couple days, then the fishing gets a little bit scarce for a couple, but the ocean always provides a good opportunity. Now, of course, we're always at the mercy of the ocean and the conditions of the ocean, and that, the Buoy 10, the Columbia River bar, being probably the most dangerous bar in the world, is something to not take lightly. And in going out, number one, you have to know what to do. You have to be knowledgeable about that bar to be able to navigate it safely and different parts of that bar. Okay. But once you get out there, it proves to just be phenomenal fishing once you find the fish. So what we did is we went out with the intention to catch coho and chinook in the ocean. It was a wonderful day. It was the first time I had been chasing coho and chinook that season. So I called somebody. I called my buddy Ben Parker. I'm like, hey, what you been seeing? You know, he kind of gave me some general coordinates the day before we were albacore fishing. Now I say general coordinates, it's like, hey, up north by the lighthouse or up north by the condos, you know, pretty generic. And when we came out and started heading north, what I saw were a pile of birds working, just were birds diving everywhere. And I got very excited, especially with just coming off of a tuna fishing trip. So we went in and set in beside the birds. And of course, there's bait everywhere in the water, anchovies everywhere in the water. But one thing that I had forgot, even for as long as I had been doing this, is when you have a heavy concentration of bait fish like that, it actually makes the fishing, coho and chinook fishing, kind of difficult. And the reason it makes it difficult is because, number one, there's an abundant amount of food in the water. So those fish are gorging on those anchovies and bait fish and needlefish and everything else, okay? To where, why are they going to come bite something of yours when they have millions and millions of bait fish to choose from? That's number one. Number two, the reason the anchovies are there, what brings anchovies into a certain area of water? Why do they live there? Okay, number one, the temperature's got to be right. But more importantly, when you get these seams in the ocean of currents colliding, what happens is the debris, the vegetation, all gets put into a certain area. And then when that vegetation's in a certain area, that's where those anchovies are going to go. So not only are you competing with the bait fish in the water, you are now competing and you're challenged by the amount of vegetation in the water, which as soon as we dropped in, I fished for 5 minutes. I go, what am I doing? What am I, a rookie at this? You know? So we actually picked up and left the area of high concentration of bird activity. Now, what we did is we just got on the outside of that. We only went so far of it. It was still within, no pun intended, but bird's eye view of the action, but then we're able to get into fish pretty consistently. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're in the ocean. Just because you see birds working an area, that doesn't mean that's exactly where you have to target those chinook and coho, but that gives you a good general idea of where you should be, you know, a mile off that, 2 miles off that in any given direction. Okay, now let's talk about the overall setup that we used to target those ocean salmon. Very basic. Obviously the 360 system here in the Northwest is kind of taken over a lot of our fisheries. It's nothing new to you guys. It's nothing fancy. Heck, a lot of you guys know this system and have some tweaks that probably even work better than mine, you know. But two different systems, two different setups that worked very, very well that day, and along with some of the products that we produce to make that easier for you. Number one, our line lock. Okay, our line lock goes on our main line, slides down over your 6-speed chain swivel to terminate any twist that's created by your flasher and spinner from transferring into your braided line. Okay. Yeah, so we created this. It has been a while now. But anyways, that's the original line lock there. 6-speed chain swivel. This is our 18-inch pre-crimp bumper. This is a Pro Troll 700 down to our AK spinner. Our AK spinner, for those of you that are new to some of our products, this AK spinner comes just like this without a spinner blade. Well, heck, let me show you the package here. Okay. Oh, tangle mess. Look at that. This right here is our AK spinner. Okay. We sell them individually or we sell them on a pre-wrap board just like this. Okay, this one right here, this board right here is called our combo board. We have a silver, we have a gold, and then we have our Mexican hat zucchini pattern right here. It comes crimped. It's 80-pound clear mono, stainless steel mighty mini swivel, detachable clevis, again, our custom tube fly, a bead, crimped to another crimped to another mighty mini stainless steel swivel, down to a 4-aught Gamakatsu big river hook, okay? Or sidewash hook, excuse me. Big river sidewash. Now all you do is you take one of your blades, you clip it on, you clip this onto the bottom of your Pro Troll, and with this here, with this hook, I always take a piece of chunk bait, so whether it be a herring, an anchovy, and chop it into little steaks, into rounds. You don't got to do a fillet, nothing fancy. Or on this trip, what we did, because we went tuna fishing the day before, I took some of the tuna collar, and with the scissors, I cut it up to where some of the skin, because that is very tough to get through on a tuna, is I cut it up and it had a little bit of flesh on there. And just the skin alone was enough scent to really make this thing work very, very well. Okay, now our 8K spinners, I highly suggest them in the ocean. I highly suggest them at buoy 10 when you're holding against buoy 10 on the incoming tide. And what those two things have in common is those fish are still in feeding mind frame. When those fish are in a feeding mind frame, they are all over this, okay? We made these to replicate small bait fish, sand lance, anchovy. They're perfect length. They replicate all those very small bait fish. All right. So that is our 8K spinner. That is one of the setups that we used when we were out there making this video. Here's a second setup that we used right here. Everything starts exactly the same. Okay. We have our line lock. We have our 6-beat chain swivel. We have our bumper. We have our Pro Troll. Now what we have down here is our Spinfish. Okay, this Spinfish in particular, I can't remember the name of that one. This is the size 3.0. I don't know if Yakima makes it anymore. And the ones I've seen on the shelf, I've purchased anytime I can. So hopefully they bring them back. Happens a lot of times with manufacturers is there's a lot of good products out there. You get your hands on one and sometimes you keep it to yourself and it doesn't get overly populated or popular. And therefore, maybe the sales aren't great and they get discontinued, but Jared, if you're watching this, make sure you bring this one back in the 3.0, okay? But anyways, so that is a very nice product, and then we're able to just split it open, stuff it full of bait. Again, we had a fresh albacore tuna from the day before, stuffed it full, closed it. All right. In comparison to other stuffers that are a clamshell style stuffer, they both have their advantages. This one in particular, you don't have anything to lose. Like on the clam styles, you have a rubber band on the back that keeps it closed, okay? And it can get a little frustrating when you start losing those rubber bands, okay? Especially in that coho bite that could be such a frenzy. And sometimes you're going through a lot of natives. I think we went through 50% of our natives, 50% ratio. Native, gotta go back. Of native fish in comparison to hatchery fish before we got all 14. So we probably landed 28 to dirty fish. So you could imagine how many rubber bands you could potentially lose if you go with what I call a hard bait scupper. Okay. So I definitely prefer these for that application out there. Now, again, when it comes to coho fishing, I'll be very frank. Do you have to use an 8K spinner? No. Do you have to use a Spinfish? No. Do you have to use a 360 system? No. I've caught coho on all sorts of things, from shrimp flies to casting a spinner. They are very aggressive, especially when they're in that feeding mode. So what we try to do is we try to make the system as simple and as convenient for you as possible. In doing that, we have packages set up. So, for example, our 8K spinner there, right? We have what we call 360 packages that come with a couple flashers, a couple bumpers, 6-beat chain swivels, and line lock. So you have the terminal tackle part set up. We sell those in 18 and 24-inch combos, okay? And we also have our pre-tied leaders, which are very convenient when you're going through a lot of leaders, okay? These, we have them two different hook styles. One's the Gamakatsu 4-aught, which everyone's very familiar with, and this is a BKK hook. This BKK hook I've been using for years, especially in the saltwater game. That's where they originated from, is the saltwater game. And I'll tell you, if a hook comes from the saltwater game, it's going to be just fine on the salmon game, okay? Great diameter hook, great curl to it, great point. That point stays nice and sharp for a long period of time. We put these on 40 pound for you on a spool on that BKK. All right? So again, it's about conveniency, okay? That conveniency to make your time on the water that much more enjoyable when you're not worrying about tying 27 liters before a fishing trip. Because during that trip with Coho, you will get leaders tangled in the net. Barbless or not, they will get tangled. Coho have a tendency to roll at the boat. Your leaders get mangled. And what a lot of people do is after that frustration, they just put it right back out there again. And then you break off on a big Chinook because you knew you should have changed that leader and you're like, it'll be fine. It's just going to catch another Coho. Okay. When we talk about conveniency and we talk about simplicity, I do really enjoy running our AK spinners. My favorite part about running an AK spinner in a fishery where we have to release native fish is that I don't have to put that fish in the net until I want to put it in the net. Because of that 80-pound leader and that single side wash hook, once that fish is hooked, if you've brought it to the boat, he's not going to roll and spin and come off because of that stainless steel barrel swivel we have on there. So I'm able to look down, identify if the fish is native or hatchery before I even put my net under it. Now, you do have certain circumstances, like this trip in particular, the ocean was lumpy. Like it was up and down and up and down, and it was chaos, and we had doubles and we had triples, and it was absolutely great. And so I got to the point where I was like, oh, net it, just to get to the next one. But what's really nice is even when I do net it, I'm able to just take that leader, lift that fish out of the net. That way it doesn't create a big old tangle in the net. And then I'm trying to deal with the fish I got to release that's tangled in the net, tangled with the 2-hook leader. And that's pretty hard on the fish. It is what it is. We are anglers. We are out there with the idea of harvesting an animal. And there is going to be an impact rate in our attempts to do that. The impacts are going to be impacts on wild fish, on native fish that we have to release. So try to be a little bit more sensitive about it. I know me personally, like if I look back at this trip, I was like, man, I could have done that better. I could have done that better. I could have done that better. And I'm going to try on the next trip. But that's the nature of what we do. Okay. There's sometimes it's like, man, that Coho, I had to really lift on him. Is that healthy on him to lift him by the lip with this really high to get the pliers under him? Probably not. Okay. But in that water, I'm not leaning over the side of my boat. I got a family to come home to. I'm not leaning over the side of my boat, taking any chances with safety. So my safety comes first. The fish comes second to me. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Coho fishing out on the Pacific, right out of Buoy 10 is a great time. You ever get an opportunity to do it, make sure you head out. You got any questions, whether it be safety, tackle, gear, whatever it is, don't be afraid to drop them in the comments.